Welcome back. Now that spring break is over, we can get right to work. Now, today we have chapter 8. All right, we're continuing through with 8.5 notes. And we're still focused on logs, so let's recall kind of what we did last time. So if I gave you log base 2 times 4 to the 4th power. Now, remember, we really tried to cancel things out, get rid of stuff, so I had to write 4 as a base of 2. So log base 2, 4 can be written as 2 squared, and this is all still to the 4th power. Now, because I have log base 2, those can go. All right, and then I have 2 times 4, which is equal to 8. Alright, so I hope you watched your video. Rewatch it if you don't remember. And then we had ln, the natural log of e to the 4th. Remember, natural log is the same as e, alright? Those are the inverses, so that's natural log with base e, so I'm left with just 4. Alright, so let's try one more, tricky one. I'm going to go natural log of 1 over e squared. 1 over e squared. So think about it. In order to move this up to the top to match them up, I would have natural log of e to the negative 2nd power. Because when you bump it up, our exponent becomes negative. My natural log and my e cancel, so I'm left with negative 2 as a solution. Alright, so that's kind of what we did over spring break in our video, so I just wanted to refresh, because I know we all spent a lot of time and watched it 4 times. And today we're going to talk about expanding. Now, excuse the noise, they're doing construction next door, similar to class. Alright, so expanding, or let's just call it expand for now. Now, what is the purpose of expanding logs? Alright, well, kind of like think about before you solved equations. You had to know how to add and subtract, right? You had to know that x plus 4 equals 16. You subtract 4. You had to know how to do subtraction in order to solve equations. Well, in order to solve logs, you have to know how to expand and condense. So the next 2 days here, today we're focused on expansion. Tomorrow we'll do condense. Once you can expand and condense, then we can start talking about solving. But again, similar to you can't solve an equation without adding and subtracting. Right? Can't solve a square root equation without knowing how to square and use exponents. So similar, just something new. So there's 3 types we need to know. So let's say we have log base b u times v. All right, the important piece here is multiplication. Now, multiplication is related to addition. So an equivalent statement to log base b u times v is log base b u, base u, plus log base b v. Alright, so multiplication and addition are related. Alright, so these two are equivalent statements. Now, just as multiplication and addition are related, so is division and subtraction. So log base b, u divided by v, and these can be constants, variables, expressions, whatever, is log base b, u minus log base b, v. So the numerator minus the denominator. And then our last one is one that we already know. Log base b, u to the v. All right, and this one we just rewrite. All right, remember, our exponent goes in front, and then we have our log base b, and our u stays in back. All right, so this one was in our video. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you expressions, and I'm going to ask you to expand them. So if I give you an expression that's multiplication, you need to be able to write it as addition. If I give you one that's division, you need to be able to write it as subtraction. If I give it to you like this, you need to rewrite it like this. Now, you also have to be able to go backwards. If I give you addition, be able to rewrite it as multiplication. Okay, and these all help simplify and condense and things of that nature. Similar to if we had x squared minus 121 over x plus 11. All right, you needed to know how to factor to go x plus 11, x minus 11 in order to simplify this or reduce this. All right, and that's where we're getting. We're going to get there with log functions eventually by doing this into solving and simplifying and all those wonderful things we do in Algebra 2. All right, so let's do something. All right, moving down. All right, so let me keep the rules up for the first few examples. So example 1, so log base 2, 3 times x. All right, so that's multiplication, so we're using the first one, which we're going to change into adding. So I have log base 2, 3, plus log base 2 times x. All right, pretty simple. Let's look at the next one. Log base 3 times x squared. All right, well, it's not multiplication, it's not division, it's a power. So as it's written as a power, we're going to rewrite it. Our exponent comes in front, log base 3 stays the same, and x stays in back. So when you're given a power, to expand it, you just rewrite it in the other form. All right, what about log base 3, 2 divided by x? All right, so this is a division, so we're expanding to subtraction. So log base 3 times 2 minus log base 3 times x. All right, so not so bad. Those are the easy ones. Now let's get into some more challenging ones. And I'm taking those away. All right, 4. Let's go log base 3 times 4. Now, you really can't simplify or rewrite this because I guess our exponent is 1. But I'm going to rewrite 4 as 2 squared. Now I can rewrite it because I like a coefficient in front. Alright, so then it's 2 log base 3 times 2. Alright. What about this one? So now, the reason I do this is because you're expanding. Alright, so I know we're so used to simplifying, we're making it easier, but now we're actually trying to make it its original format. So where did the 4 come from? Well, 4 was 2 squared. So similar to this next one, I have log base 5 times 9 times x cubed. So now I have log base 5 times 9 plus log base 5 times x to the third. Now we need to expand these because 9 is 3 squared, so we're at this rule here. So we're kind of combining 2 rules into one. So I changed to addition. Now I still need to expand further because they're written as a power. So I get 2 log base 5 times 3 plus this 3 comes in front, log base 5 times x. So again, then we're expanding, not condensing. So we're going opposite of what we normally think. So it's something new. All right, is this making sense? Hopefully. All right, let's go number 6. Where are we at here? I'm going to go log base 4, then 4 over 5 times 4 over 5. All right, well, it's division, so we're subtracting. So log base 4 times 4 minus log base 4 times 5. Well, look at this. All right, so when those cancel, we're actually left with 1 minus log base 4 times 5. All right, now it's 1 because similar to, like, think of if we had 2x over 2. All right, we say the 2's cancel, air quotes, but in a sense, it's really 1x, right? Because you're left with x. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. We just don't write it. Same idea here. When we're canceled, we're left with 1. We just don't always necessarily have to write it, but because it's subtraction and that value's in front, we have to write it. Similar to, I guess it's more comparable to this. 2 minus 2x all over 2, or just 2 minus x, let's go. All right, 2 divided by 2 is 1 minus 1/2 x. All right, you still have to write that 1 because that number is in front. All right, so it's important that it's still there. All right, 7. Let's do natural log. Natural log times 5, so we're going to remember it's base e, times x squared times y to the 5th. So now I have multiplication with 3 terms. So it's natural log times 5. Multiplication is plus natural log x squared plus natural log y to the 5th. Now go through, can anything else be simplified? Well, this guy doesn't have an exponent, so he's good. This 2 needs to come in front, and this 5 needs to come in front. Alright. Okay, one more, then I'm done. Number 8. 2 times, natural log of 4/3 times x squared times y. Alright, so we got a lot going on here. First one's division. So I have natural log of 4 minus natural log of 3. So I took care of this. Now we have multiplication. So plus natural log of x squared plus natural log of y. Okay, now ln of 4, natural log of 2 squared can be written as 2 natural log times 2 minus, this one can't be simplified. This one can be expanded because my 2 can come out in front, and this one's good to go. Alright, so that's expansion with logs. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks.